is young, attractive, handsome bachelor, awesome rapper. Got a knack for vernacular, when I perform spectacular. I have any girl that I want. I'ma take the girl in the front. Boobs bouncing out to the crowd jump. When they come backstage, I just wanna have fun.
What up, this is Asher Roth, and you're checking out This Is 50.
I mean, what's going on in 2010 with Asher Roth?
Man, it's been a journey, man, to say the least, because that's exactly what happened. It all just like, it blew up. And, you know, I was immediately cast into a public image. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And when you're dealing with that, if you want to go the robotic route and have a bunch of people make decisions for you, like, that's cool. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But what I wanted to do after, you know, a sleep in the bread out, the success of Olive College, and successfully touring the country and heading over to Europe, I started to see a lot of things and grow up a little bit, man, and grow up through the music industry and see where I wanted to take. And that was just really what that comes down to, is just getting to know who I was, what I wanted to do, what I wanted to make this music for, because for me, it wasn't about just like, you know, let's make a quick buck and get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? It was more about like, hey, I saw that all these kids really gave a shit. They were really paying attention. They were interested in what we were talking about. And I was like, hell, man, let's use this as a great talking point and a great starting point for these kids to really, like, know where we're going. Because, man, like, we're so messed up as a country right now, and I mean that as like priorities. I mean that in priorities. And if these kids, the youth generation, can kind of get behind it and start to speak their voice and get behind stuff that they really firmly believe in, whatever it is, but as long as they really genuinely believing it and backing it, you know, I mean, that's the stuff that I'm really interested in nowadays. And using my music more on a positive side of things. You saw it with Grind, Get Ready, It's a New Day, was very much about, you know, all these people that people assume have nothing. They have everything, man. They're happy, they're smiling, they have loved ones, they're chilling. And just the beauty that is just the human race, man. So, you know, it's been a long, long road, and we're just trying to get back to we're just been prioritizing and just trying to get back to the stuff that really matters.
How difficult was it trying to find out exactly who your core audience was?
It wasn't too hard, man, especially nowadays. I mean, it probably would have been a little bit different before, like, you know, in the 90s. I would love to hear some stories on, you know, kind of this market research side of things. There's nothing better than going to shows, doing shows, and looking your fans right in the eyes. You know what I mean? Like, when you get the opportunity to do that, that's when, you know, I mean, like, that's when you get that feeling again. The same thing that I'm trying. That's the stuff that gets me out of bed, man. Like, that's why I'm like, all right. It's when I get these inspirational letters from kids on Facebook and on Twitter, like, that's the stuff that's like keeps me going. You know what I mean? Like, without that, like, it's really hard to find the motivation. Like I said, I wish I was money motivated, man, but like, for me, that's like, it's not fulfilling for me. So I can't get up out of bed and make a rap record because I need to make, you know, loot.
Yeah. Now, when you say that you wish that you were money motivated, does that mean that you don't want to feel, you don't want to be emotional about, you know what I'm saying, the game and whatnot? You feel like you take it a little bit too seriously? You wear your heart on your sleeve?
I mean, I do. I definitely let people know, like, how I'm feeling and you know, who I am. But, like, what I mean by that is just, like, I'll get offered to do a show, right? And if the show is purely off, like, if it's being done for the wrong reasons, I won't do it just for the check.
Mm. And what's the wrong reason?
No, it's more about, you know, promoting the wrong things, promoting a product or something that I won't even use, you know what I mean? It's just like, but it's a check, and I've gotten scolded on so many levels, and I do listen, I'm listening, I'm paying attention. They're like, yo, that money's not gonna be here forever, go get it. And it's real, very real, absolutely. I just really like to do stuff that I want to be doing, rather than just like, hey, I'm just gonna do it and go get a quick check and then I'm out. I just have a really hard time doing that, and then I'm miserable the whole plane ride. You know what I mean? I'm miserable when I'm there. It's just that state of mind.
Are you miserable while you spending that money?
I mean, you know what, dude? Like, I don't even really spend money like that. I guess that's probably why I'm not money motivated.
Really?
Dude, I don't buy, like, these are $40 Vans. You know what I mean? These are $8 socks from Walmart. This is just, you know what I mean? Like,
$8 socks?
Well, it's a whole pack. Pack? No, a whole like 24 pack.
Okay.
Nah, $8 for a 24 pack.
Okay.
You know, a stained white tee. I mean, this is probably the most expensive thing as a $34 $59.50. Mm. I don't want to sound like, you know, blah blah blah, but like, it's just stuff that it's just how I feel, and why I stepped back from the mainstream rap shit and starting to pump it out like a product. I was like, man, this is my real name. Like, all that fast money, fast lifestyle, it's uncomfortable.
Asher Roth, that's your real name?
Asher Paul Roth is on my birth certificate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like when that comes down, when it's like, yo, Asher Roth, you know, when I step out of the house, this is like, it's who I am as a person. And that was really important to me because people are getting to know me through my music. So with that, like I had to make sure like, yo, this music has to be on point, honest, integrity, right? Like doing it for the right things because like I have no stage name. I have no, you know, I have no celebrity to hide behind. This is just who I am at all times. So like with the music has to reflect that. And that's why I take time with my projects, take time with the presentation and have fun with it, man. Because if I'm not having fun, like this is my life now. My name, my career, it's all synonymous with my life. So that's why I was just like, I pumped the brakes a little bit and, you know, it was just like, get into a comfortable pace. And that was more about you know, making sure that I had control over some decisions, all my decisions, making sure that I had control over my career, and you know, people weren't, you know, telling me what to do.
Man, who is Asher Paul Roth?
Yo, I care, I give a shit, and you know, I just like to have fun. That's really what it comes down to, and I think those two things are what makes up these next few projects. Is I'm talking about a few things because I give a shit. I'm talking about certain you know, events because I care. But I also want to have as much fun, if not more fun, than the next person next to, you know, to the person next to. We all want to boogie. We all want to chill. We all want to kick our feet up, burn some tree, take a couple shots, and enjoy ourselves. But at the same time, there has to be something that we're striving for. And that's kind of what I've been doing lately is just, you know, making music that's relevant and setting goals for myself, setting reasonable goals for myself, getting involved in, you know, awareness as far as breast cancer, Pencils of Promise, you know, building schools in third world countries and also setting up charter schools here in New York and stuff like that, man. Like that's the stuff that motivates me.
What is the biggest misconception about Asher Roth?
Man, the biggest misconception about me? Shoot, probably that I'm Jewish.
You're not Jewish?
I'm not Jewish.
But Asher, I never thought that you were Jewish. I thought you was just a regular white dude.
I'm a white boy, man. I mean, no, I grew up in a secular household, so.
What's some of the best advice you've ever gotten?
Keep having fun, and that's what I pass on to everybody else, is like, once this starts to become, you know, really shitty and you're not enjoying it anymore, then get out of it. And I think that should go for every job ever. If you don't enjoy what you do, like, your time is all that you have on this earth, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's like that. So make sure that you're spending your time enjoying it. What up, this is Asher Roth, and you're checking out This Is 50.